Hi, welcome to another video, and I have a few things to unbox here. The first thing is the DVD for SHINee World 6 Perfect Illumination. This is the final concert, and this includes some POBs. So it has the complete POBs of the members, and I separated the Onew photo card because it was in my binder before, and I just took it out for this unboxing. For some reason, this DVD was quite overdue. We were not sure why this was released, but it's good that they released it anyway. And these POBs depends on which store you're buying the DVDs from. I forgot which store I bought this from. I just like the photo card. And as an Onew collector, I bought the Onew version. I didn't buy the Blu-ray because it's too expensive and I honestly don't need it. And I'm happy with the Onew version that I have. And this is how it opens. Actually, the box is quite fragile, so it comes with a photo card. I really like this photo card compared to the photo card from the Blu-ray. And it comes with this diamond thing. I don't know, but I think you can put it in that dome from the Blu-ray. And that's a photo book, which I'll flip through later, and that's a photo. It's not 4x6, but it's a photo. And a sticker. It looks like a 4-cut photo, but it's a sticker. And some postcards. So it's like an accordion postcard with all the members. It doesn't have any photo at the back. These are the DVDs, and there's a standee as well, so that photo can be removed and you can replace it with the Onew photo from earlier. Yeah, so if you want to put it on your SHINee, you can. Yeah, it stands like that. And that's basically it. So this pocket that you can see here, that's where the lenticular photo was placed. Yeah, so if you want to remove that lenticular photo, you can. And that's the lenticular photo. And that's basically what the box looks like. I wish the box is sturdier, but yeah, it's not. So you just have to be careful when you're handling it. And this set includes 3 discs. So the first disc includes the concert itself. So it's 2024 SHINee World 6 Part 1. Yeah, I was having difficulty taking out the DVD. Hold on. Okay, so for the first disc, it includes basically the whole set list until Diamond Sky. And then Part 2, it includes the rest of the concert and Onew focus cam for Like It and The Feeling. And for Part 3, it has the practice behind film, run through behind film, and D-Day behind film. And then this is the photo book. So I'm not going to flip through each photo. I'm basically just giving you an idea what the photo book looks like. It's quite thick, so it has a lot of really good photos, and I'm sure the Blu-ray would have more photos, but right now I'm not really looking into buying it. So there are lots of pages of the members, and if you've noticed, the photo book is quite small. And Minho just posted a shoe photo of SHINee. Whenever that happens, there's a comeback or they're practicing. So I'm not sure what it's for. Right now, there's really no activities that we can think of. So most likely it's for season's greetings. I don't know. I'm just not really into the idea of spending money for season's greetings twice, because I'm sure Onew will have his own. I didn't buy the Blu-ray, but I'm glad I was able to buy the photo card for it. I mean, I still want the Onew inclusions, but I'm happy with this one. And the DVD is not the only thing that I'm going to unbox in this video, or else this video will be very short. So the next one that I'm going to unbox is something that I bought in Taipei when I went there for a fan sign for Onew. I already have this album. This is the Misconceptions of Us. But I was really intrigued when I saw this at the record store. As you know, Taiwan prints their own K-pop albums, like they're licensed to print them. And I think Taiwan is the only other country aside from Korea that does it. And what makes this album intriguing for me was the size. Because this is more compact. This is a smaller album in size compared to the one that was printed in Korea. But I'm going to unbox it first so that you can see why this is smaller, because the content are also different compared to the Korean print album. And it still has the Misconceptions of Me and Misconceptions of You, but the difference is they came in jewel cases. And it also includes the booklet, which is also smaller. So it has everything, but they added a lyric booklet because since it's from Taiwan, it needs a lyric booklet in Mandarin. So this is the lyric booklet, and I got the Minho photo card. So I think this is an important thing for you to know. The photo cards honestly are not that good compared to the Korean prints. They're too shiny for me, or maybe it's because these were recent prints, I'm not sure. But in case you're very sensitive about the photo cards, you might be on the fence to buy this album. But I didn't buy this album for the photo card because I already have the photo cards. So yeah, basically I just bought this out of curiosity. And this is the lyric booklet. There's really nothing there. There's no photo. Yeah, just the lyrics and some details. And this is Misconceptions of You. Honestly, I still get confused which is which, but I'm sure this is Misconceptions of You because I looked it up. And it still has the CD with that very interesting design. However, this photo book, it doesn't have as many photos compared to the Korean print album. Basically, it's like an abridged version of the photo book. So it has some photos and the lyrics, basically it. I'm not sure if the Misconceptions of Us album was difficult to find because I never had difficulty finding it. So I'm not sure, but if you're in New Shawl and you couldn't find the Korean print album, this is still a good purchase. Especially if you don't really care about inclusions. You just want to have a physical copy of the album. And like the Misconceptions of You album, the photo book would still be like the abridged version. In Taiwan record stores, you can still find old albums. They would even have the POBs from years ago. And oh, I forgot, they also print Japanese albums. However, they also have the Korean print albums, at least for new releases, in their shelves. I mean, what are the odds that you will still find those out of print SM albums in Taiwan, right? I mean, of course, people would have bought them already if that's the case. So I will have a size comparison of the album because I have my copy of the Misconceptions of Us album here. I mean, look at the size of this album. It's much more massive. And in case you don't know, you can only get one photo card from Misconceptions of Us because Misconceptions of You and Misconceptions of Me were released separately as mini albums. So if you buy them separately, they will have photo cards, but if you buy the repackage, which is Misconceptions of Us, it will have its own photo card, and those two albums wouldn't have any. And again, for me, the album is not hard to find, although the prices will vary. Some people will sell this for a higher price because of the size and it's quote unquote rare, but to me it's not hard to find. I was a pandemic showl. So I became a fan during the pandemic, and back then a lot of people were selling merch and albums, so it was really easier for me. But I think I bought this like, I don't know, almost a year after I became a fan, because I was waiting for an album that has a better price, because a lot of them were selling this for a higher price. What's your favorite song from this album? I really like Why So Serious. And I know it's a polarizing song for showls. I think they just don't get it, because to me this song is a punk rock track and the boys did very well. This is like a new genre for them. And SHINee has been an experimental group since then, so I don't know what's their problem. And also the boys did very well vocally. So yeah, I think they just don't get it. And aside from Why So Serious, I also like Spoiler, Hitchhiking, Aside, Like a Fire, Excuse Me Miss, Orgel. I mean, who doesn't like Orgel? Evil. I mean, this is like one of their best albums, to be honest. And Misconceptions of Us has 2 bonus tracks. One of them is Celine 6.23. I don't know what you really call it. Celine 623, or The Distance Between You and Me, and Better Off. I think Better Off is one of my first favorite SHINee tracks. I used to have a friend who was an ARMY. We used to talk a lot about BTS and we complained about how expensive the merch were. But when I became a SHINee fan, slowly we started talking less and then we stopped talking. But before we stopped talking, she told me that she liked Better Off. And at the time, I haven't really listened to all of SHINee's tracks. So I listened to Better Off and I was like, oh wow, okay, I really like this song too. I guess that happens whenever you have less in common with a friend. You slowly get more distant without really doing it on purpose, and then you stop talking. I bought another album from a record store in Taipei. This is Story Up 2 essay version. This is the one with Jonghyun's painting on the cover. As you know, Jonghyun's albums are expensive, especially the ones from Korea. And if you're not very particular with the prints of your albums. The ones from Taiwan are still good, honestly. I think the only thing that would make you think twice about buying albums in Taiwan are the photo cards. Like the album that I unboxed earlier, I didn't buy this for the photo card. This is the only Jonghyun album that's missing. I already have all of Jonghyun's albums and they're all Korean prints. And I don't want to pay a lot of money for Jonghyun's album, so I just bought one from Taiwan instead. I think I have at least 4. Yeah, I have 4 Taiwanese albums. Misconceptions of Us, Story Up 2, SHINee World, you know, the white version. Yeah, my copy is also from Taiwan. And what else? Oh, Amigo. Yeah, Amigo, I think I unboxed it in my previous video. It's what do you call it? A Taiwan exclusive. It's comparable to the Misconceptions of Us album that I unboxed earlier because the packaging is different. Like, it has a jewel case as well, and it had some photos from their time in Taiwan. I think that was their first time to visit Taiwan as a group, and the photos were quite special. So that's the photo card from this album. And yeah, it's also very shiny. And just to compare, I have the photo version that was a Korean print. And the texture of this album is matte, but I don't know, like it has more texture. It's rougher compared to the Taiwan print. And this is an old album, so due to age and storage, the pocket for the CD has yellowed. You know, I really love this album. This is one of my favorite albums, if not my most favorite Jonghyun album of all time. And you know what, when I was a new fan, I used to listen to Jonghyun's albums at night, like very late at night after work. I don't know, it just calms me down. The genre for this album is more jazz and R&B, two of my favorite genres of music. And when you listen to his songs, especially the non-SHINee songs, you can really tell that these are Jonghyun songs. His style is very distinct. And you know, I always think about what kind of music he could have written at this time of his life, you know, if he were still around. Like, I'm sure he has written a lot of music for himself, SHINee, for the other members, and I'm quite sure he wouldn't be an SM anymore as a soloist if he were around. Anyway, that's just my thinking. Whenever there's a new SHINee release, I always think of him because I know the music would have been so much better if he were around. But we never know, because if he were around, I mean, there could have been some things that might not be what we imagine it to be. So yeah, anyway, I'm just rambling here. Well, at least we have Poet Artist, which is a Jonghyun song. So I'm glad that I somewhat experienced an OT5 comeback. And I'm glad that we can still hear new music from Jonghyun. And to cap things off, I have the Story Up 1 here. And this is an old album. I just added this because we've been talking about Jonghyun's album anyway. The songs that he's written for this album were inspired by his Blue Night listeners. And I mean, everything about the Story Up albums just gives you an idea of Jonghyun's genius. So I highly recommend you to stream his music if you don't have his albums. And the proceeds for the streams of his music will go to SHINee Foundation, so it's really important that you stream his music. And that's all for this video. Thank you for watching and have a good day. Bye!